So you are a veteran. In fact, you are still in the reserves, I believe. You have served in Iraq and Afghanistan. You've been at West Point, and we really thank you for your service. You walked in veteran shoes, and now you're serving veterans in New York City. So I want to understand on Veterans Day, how did your service, does your service, how has it shaped you as your viewpoint as part of being a New York City citizen now, and just really of your worldview?
Well, thanks so much again for having me, Tori. I'm just happy to be here. And just to, I guess, to your question, how has my service shaped my worldview? I think it comes back to where it started for me, which is I believe that every person should serve in some way, some shape, some form. And starting with when I was in high school, and I said, I think that I should spend some time just doing something greater than myself. And for me, the way to do it was through the military. And I so happy to have gone to military school and then go and be in the service as an active duty service member for about 7 years and switching over to the reserve side. And I just like the idea of always doing what I could to be of value to others in any way possible. And even when I entered the civilian world, that service, was still very close to me as far as, working in the green job space for a good amount of time to, being, running an incubator for veterans who were starting up their own business and ultimately being here now as commissioner for the Department of Veteran Services. It was always about, how can you continue to give back and do right by others? And I guess I feel like that overlaps with, being a New Yorker, because there's so many people like me who are so committed to service. Doesn't necessarily have to be something that involves being in the military, wearing a uniform. It could be someone who's a police officer, someone who's a firefighter, someone who's a medical professional. It could be the folks who work at Kingsbridge Terrace, at Walton Houses, people who are in Jericho Project. And I just love finding common kin in this work of folks who are committed to something that is greater than themselves. And, we all have gone down different paths with it, but I believe we're converging in the same place to do right by veterans in the city of New York.